Hello and welcome to the Talk to Strangers podcast. On this show, we will find random people on Reddit, Twitter, or pretty much anywhere on the internet and interview them. I'm your host, Nick, joined by my co-host Joseph. Today we have our guest here. Do you have a name or alias that you'd like us to use?
Uh, you can just call me Ed.
Ed.
All right. Okay. What are what are your preferred pronouns?
He, him.
All right, perfect. So we've got some questions here. We've got some like preset questions. What are we gonna start with?
Let's start with a very basic question. Just like, where do you live in the world? What country? If you want, you could say like what state? Kind of where are you from?
I live here on the Golden Coast of California, born and raised.
All right, nice. We happen to both be from the East Coast. We're on practically opposite sides of the country.
Mm.
Next question. Wait, or is that?
Your turn.
I don't know. All right. Why did you agree to come on here? What led you to? No. What are the events that led up to finding this?
Okay, well, I was scrolling through my normal Reddit, just chilling. I was on a specific post. I saw your comment I saw your reply to someone else's comment, and I thought, that seems really interesting. I clicked on your profile, I found your most recent comment, and I just replied.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Okay.
Well,
Um,
why did you agree to come on? Like, because as we asked a lot of people, and most of them declined. And obviously, a lot of people aren't aren't super comfortable hopping on a random Discord call, tell people about their life. So, just like, why'd you agree to come on?
um, I've always wanted to do something like this. I've always found these kinds of things interesting. And I've always just been the most outgoing person. Like I can straight up drop my name, birth, phone number. I usually never cared. When I was a young lad, I used to ask random people if they wanted to spend the night at my house.
Did
That
they
that
ever
that's
accept?
Uh, I don't remember.
But what type of people did you ask to like stay at your house? Did you just like just
Random
like eight
ass
year old you
people.
just like go to like a grown man and be like, hey, you want to spend the night at my
Yeah,
house?
just 7-year-old kid, random ass man. Just hey, yo, you want to come over to my house?
Yeah. Did your parents ever like have concern for the fact that you just invited random people to your house?
I'm sure my parents had their concerns about my safety, yes.
Yeah, and so did this like ever lead to you like you know it's a big thing where people like don't talk to strangers and stuff. Uh, did this like ever lead to you like having getting in like some uncomfortable or like unsafe situations, or were you fine?
Um, I may be outgoing, but I'm also cautious. I
Yeah.
almost never talk to people that I found like I if I was sketched out in the slightest, I'd never, I always stayed as safe as I could, but I like meeting new people.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's just been like basically my whole like ideology and is just my ideology is just I'm just an outgoing guy. I like to meet new people. I like to, go new places, see new things, and yet somehow I still only like ketchup and cheese on my cheeseburgers.
Really? You're not
Wait,
a
no, 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 Patty.
no
Well,
patty?
yes, patty, of course.
Yeah, so like you said you're very outgoing. Does that mean you like have do you have like a lot of friends and stuff in your life?
From all corners of the world, actually. I know I'm pretty good friends with folks up in Newfoundland. I know a couple people from Poland. I know someone from Nevada, Washington. I know someone from Romania, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I do get around on
You
the
do get
internet.
around.
Have you ever met someone who was not from Earth?
I'm still not sure. I've had suspicions, but I've never confirmed them.
What is the weirdest person you've ever met?
Weirdest person I ever met. That is a very interesting question. Okay, but it's a very easy question. I know a guy from Poland, and he is the weirdest dude imaginable. I'm talking like every single like Reddit funny thing he finds on Reddit, he sends me is an NSFW post. Like
Ugh.
he makes many jokes against people of a certain ethnicity because it's just because where he lives it's not really that big a deal, I guess. He's a very weird fellow. A very, very weird fellow.
Sure sounds like what I would describe as a weird fellow.
What's the least weird person you've ever met?
The
What's the
least weird person
most
I've ever met.
normal?
What's the coolest person you've ever met?
The
What's the-
coolest person I've ever met. Huh. Honestly, I don't think I've met many people who are very cool.
Really?
Except maybe actually no, one of my friends from Newfoundland. He's a very, very cool guy. He makes games actually.
Hmm.
I'm actually in one of his Terraria resource packs.
Ah,
Wow.
okay. So do you like playing games?
Uh, I'm what most would call an avid gamer.
What's your favorite game?
My favorite game of all time. Just favorite game. Portal 2.
Portal 2. Do you play like
Certainly good. That's a
other?
good choice.
Well, what type of games do you play then?
I am a big fan of like sandbox survival games or survival crafting games. Zombie games too. Those are really fun. I also love I am very, 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 and I mean I love games such as Skyrim. Dude, I know like every single song on Diamond City Radio and Fallout 4 by heart. Those games are incredible.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah, very, very wide variety.
wide.
That's a respectable list.
So like moving on from games to like a different form of media. What type of like movies do you like?
I'm a very big fan of your like old school horror movie maybe like yeah, I'm a big fan of like horror movies and stuff like Friday the 13th. I love John Carpenter's The Thing. That one's an amazing movie.
Oh, that movie's great.
Oh, I haven't watched that. I know like next to nothing about it. I just know that it has the thing in it. I know that it has a thing in it.
Yeah.
The movie called The Thing has a thing in it.
You know, sci-fi. Oh, dude, don't get me started on your like sci-fi horror, like Alien. That was a amazing movie. And I'm always good for the occasional like comedy. You know, like your funny man Adam Sandler, or like the best movie ever created, Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I love Paul Blart. Have you listened to Till Death Do Us Blart?
Repeat that.
Have you listened to Till Death Do Us Blart? Is a yearly review of Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Oh,
That sounds like something I need to listen to like immediately.
It is, yeah. It's a podcast. They have every year they do an episode, and they've had an episode since 2015. Every November, they release a new episode.
And they just review Paul Blart, like the
Just
first one, or do
review
they do the
Paul
sequel
Blart
too?
Mall Cop.
Holy shit. That is gonna be my new favorite podcast.
That's
Or
so
actually,
awesome. That sounds awesome.
they okay. I stand corrected. They review Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
Oh, just the sequel.
Every
the shit-
Thanksgiving, they review the second Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Do they say the same things?
I don't know. The
That-
lengths vary. Like the first episode was an hour 27, but then the next one was an hour 34. So like they definitely change it up. And I
Is
know
it
for
like-
a fact they re-record it every year.
So it's like as they mature, their opinions change on Paul
Yeah.
Blart Mall Cop 2.
Yep, every year they watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 and review it.
That's
Oh my god, that honestly,
that's awesome.
dude, that should be like the best. That should honestly be like the #1 podcast on Spotify.
Dead out
ass.
of the way, Joe Rogan. It's time for Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Distractable beat Joe Rogan at some point.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Big.
Have you listened to Distractable?
I've listened to a single episode.
Which one?
Great question.
Oh, okay.
Do you listen to any podcasts, Ed?
Yeah. I listen to podcasts from you. Are you aware of Good Mythical Morning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I listen to like a hot dog as a sandwich and dispatches from Myrtle Beach.
Does Rhett and Link have a podcast?
Oh yeah, they do. They
Ear
have their own
Biscuit.
podcast. Yeah, Ear Biscuits. Yeah.
Huh.
Used to be. It was my go-to podcast for a while.
I think. Okay. I've actively listened to 2 podcasts, Distractable and the Steven Universe podcast.
There's a what now?
What was that? What, or
Have I
The
not
Steve-
been informed of this? How have I not been
The
informed
Steven
of this?
Universe podcast is with the creators, right?
it's run by just a fan, but she interviews the creators. And some of the voice actors too. I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
what
I
I
like
normally watch them for. I usually come for the voice actors.
No one. What? How did I not hear of this until just now? What the?
I was thinking of there's the behind the scenes of Gravity Falls podcast. Where they're like they record the cast, or Alex Hirsch and some of the other people from the cast, they like record a thing about each episode.
Huh. That definitely sounds like a good listen.
I think I may have listened to the Some Ordinary Gamers podcast. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what the podcast is called, but I know he has a podcast, right?
I'm pretty sure he does. Yeah, everybody has a podcast this day.
Yeah, honestly, I used to have a podcast.
You're now on a podcast.
I am now on a podcast. Yes,
Again,
for the second
I
time.
saw the Some Ordinary Gamers podcast episode where they interview Plain Rock 124.
Oh, dude, I love that guy.
Yeah, I love that guy, man. What a guy.
He is one of the guys of all time.
What kind of YouTubers do you watch?
Oh, honestly, I just mainly watch like gaming videos. I do like game theory and stuff like that too, but I mainly just watch like my childhood favorites like Jacksepticeye, Dan TDM, Markiplier. You know.
I haven't watched Game Theory in like a trillion years.
Oh, dude. He's been like off his rocker with FNAF, honestly. You probably remember the whole like he got not recently, but you remember the whole like security breach theories thing, right?
I know like next to nothing about Security Breach.
Holy shit.
Basically, Security Breach is a terribly designed game.
Yeah. If the story was thought through at all, maybe it would have been good.
Oh, it's a bad game. It's not a good. It's not
I mean,
good.
it's. I mean, besides, but
The
before
gameplay's
all the
good.
patches, yeah, the gameplay is good. Before all the patches, though, you could really beat the game in less than like 2 minutes. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
It's just. Sorry.
Yeah, and then the lore is all goofed up. The
Yeah.
lore is terribly designed.
He's got to stop. Sky Cawthon needs to stop making those games.
Well, he didn't even make it. He resigned.
What?
Made
He
it.
did not. What he does now is he writes books. That's all he does.
Yeah.
Oh, chill.
He writes all the FNAF books, but he isn't involved with any of the games anymore.
No. He passed it on to Steelwool.
So is that why it's not good?
Yeah.
It is clearly Scott Cawthon basically finished the story of FNAF, then dipped. He made
that
Ultimate
makes sense.
Custom Night was clearly supposed to be like the end, and then he just kind of dipped.
Yeah. Oh wait. Speaking of FNAF, anyone gonna go watch the FNAF movie this Halloween?
I'm thinking about it. So I'm not a big horror enjoyer. I don't like intentionally scaring myself, but I'm a big fan of like the FNAF storyline. I think it's really cool, and I'm a big movie guy, so I might. What about you?
I remember hearing about like theories about when the release date of the FNAF movie back in like 2017.
Yeah, the FNAF
Yeah.
movie was out so long ago.
Yeah.
Did they stop or something, or is it a new one?
It's the same.
It is the same. It's the same one.
Because originally the movie was going to be made by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, and then it got passed to Blumhouse.
Yeah,
Did you guys hear that the Mario movie is actually supposed to be pretty good?
I mean,
I have. That's goofed up.
That is so goofy.
And the
yeah.
the Minecraft movie is going to star Jason Momoa, the guy that plays Aquaman, and it's a
Bro, is
live
Aquaman
action
gonna
movie.
be Minecraft Steve?
It's a live action movie. So
Wait, live action Minecraft movie?
Bro, I want to see
What the hell?
Aquaman punch a tree.
yeah, and the guy that plays Aquaman is the main character.
Fucking Steve.
Does he play Steve?
No,
Please tell me. Please tell me.
Oh. Who does he play?
it's unknown. It just is known that is the main character.
That's crazy, dude. Jason Momoa in the Minecraft movie.
Bro, I can't wait till he gets netherite and kicks some ass. Bro, Jason Momoa in netherite armor.
What's your favorite movie that was made like out of something?
Like based off of something.
Yeah, like or not like based off of like another show or a game or something like that.
What about books? Books, yeah or no?
Oh, well, books. I wouldn't really count books because that's like an adaptation.
Yeah,
Usually,
yeah.
usually what I'm talking about is usually like a continuation of the story.
Continuation of the story.
Yeah, a movie that continues the story from like a show or a game or whatever.
That's a tough one. Because I haven't watched a lot of movies based on stuff like that.
yeah, and most of them aren't very good.
Yeah.
I can't think of any that are good.
Like-
Yeah,
Maybe maybe Uncharted.
was the Uncharted movie
Mm.
good? I didn't. I
The
didn't
new
see it.
Uncharted movie is really good.
Isn't Uncharted a game?
Yeah, Uncharted is a game. It like tells the story of like Nathan's like first adventure, but it is pretty good. It was a really good movie. Tom Holland makes a really good fit for that character.
I also once again know next to nothing about Uncharted.
Tom Holland's such a guy.
He is the guy
He's-
of the time.
Tom Holland is such a jolly fellow. He has Holly in his name.
That was a bit of a stretch, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It's okay. I forgive you.
What's the worst movie adaptation or like continuation?
Okay, you said adaptation or continuation.
Well, it's like because
Yeah,
it's
I've decided to include both.
Okay,
okay.
so the worst one is probably got to be like the the most recent like Tomb Raider movie sucked, honestly. Like the Tomb Raider movies have just been just going down, straight down.
Oh
Like
yeah,
Tomb
right.
Raider. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You remember the Mario movie from like the 90s?
The
Oh
live
my God.
action one.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I remember
know,
watching that when I was little. And
John
even like
Leguizamo. Sorry.
I remember I liked that and watched it when I was little.
Yeah, John Leguizamo and his fellow cast members said that it was the worst mistake of their career.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I remember
it
the
basically ruined the filmmaker's career.
Oh no.
Imagine
then
trying to find
I
a
think-
job as a director.
And you have that on your resume.
Yeah.
I made the Mario movie from the 90s. You want to hire me?
I think there was I think it was Quentin Tarantino tried to like save the directors' careers.
Oh.
And I'm pretty sure they failed, but you know.
Even he couldn't help them. Is the Adventure Time movie good?
I haven't seen it.
Neither have I.
I should watch Adventure Time, so I should rewatch Adventure Time so I can watch the Adventure Time movie.
Yeah, I need to as well.
Does Cartoon Network have any other movies?
Probably.
Yeah, like the regular show one.
Is there a regular show movie, dude?
It came
I
out
gotta
in
watch
like the
regular show,
middle
too.
of the series, though.
Oh, what?
It was like in the middle of the series airing.
Like the SpongeBob movie?
Yeah.
Cartoon Network and regular show and Adventure Time is like the ones.
Yeah.
The candidates.
I've never seen either of them. Like I've seen a few episodes, but I've never seen the full show.
Oh.
Dude, I watched so much Adventure Time when I was little.
I didn't really. I just have never watched them. I don't know. I didn't have cable.
I remember seeing.
I didn't have cable when they were on, and I just wasn't super interested in them.
I remember like I would watch like Adventure Time and probably like maybe some other shows on Cartoon Network around the time, and I would see commercials for a regular show, and I would think, oh, I get it. It must be just a regular show. Like I thought it was like the default show.
It was just the show.
I thought it was the show.
The government mandated default show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching your government mandated programming.
Honestly, that sounds like a way a regular show episode would end.
No.
Or I have no idea.
What is the most like default show?
Oh, that's a good question.
Wait, what was the question?
What is the most like default show?
Like any sitcom, like Fuller House or like Friends.
Well, but the thing
Or,
is with
like-
like Friends and Fuller Houses, there's like a charm to them, you know?
Or like Full House, not Fuller House.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it would be like a daytime show.
Yeah.
What do you
Like-
mean? What's a
like-
daytime show?
Like one of the shows that like a daytime sitcom.
Like,
Like,
Parks and Rec or The Office.
Well, no, because The Office was a primetime sitcom.
Oh yeah, shit.
What does daytime mean?
It literally means it airs during the daytime. Like when when
Oh.
all shows used to air on network television, it would just be a show that airs during the daytime. And they're
The Office
usually
is-
low budget shows.
Like Two and
Uh,
a Half Men? Or is that's another nighttime one?
Yeah, like example of one that airs still is The Young and the Restless. Like that show is very bad.
Oh.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and it's a daytime
Daytime
sitcom.
television.
I'd be like
the
Days of Our Lives is okay. Here's a show. This show is on for 58 seasons. from 1965 all the way up to 2020. And it
Yeah.
had
Wow.
14,430 episodes.
Holy.
Wait, say that again.
It
Say that
had
again.
14,430 episodes.
That's more than One Piece, I think.
It was on.
I think One Piece only has like
58
1,000. 58, dude, that's insane.
I think this is the
What's it called?
days of our lives.
The Simpsons might be the most default show.
Well, but that's what The Simpsons is. It had a 7-8 season run of being like genuinely a great show that was new and it was fresh and had like really good ideas before it became like default generic show.
Yeah.
And occasionally
Yeah,
it still
true.
has moments where it's really good.
And what about Modern
E-
Family Guy though? Isn't that like just like a default show at this point?
Yeah, but I think
Family
it's
Guy is a
kind
good
of the
example of that.
Simpsons thing where it had a few seasons of being like good.
That's what
I
I
remember
meant.
I watched like the first 20 minutes of the video where the guy ranks every episode of Family Guy, and it's 5 hours long.
There's a guy who ranked every episode of SpongeBob.
I watched that video.
That's a SpongeBob's a pretty default
But
show.
what he would do is he ranked every episode within the season.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, that's
he
what the
like
guy who ranked Family
compiled
Guy
the
did.
best his favorite episodes from all the seasons at the end.
And a majority of his favorites were all the old ones.
Who would I guess?
Who
All
would
of
have
the
guessed?
the Simpsons, Family Guy, and SpongeBob they all went on too long. Like SpongeBob has some jokes in it that are just like, how can something be this funny?
Yes. So I don't know. Did you watch SpongeBob? Were you a SpongeBob enjoyer?
Yeah, I definitely was. I think maybe I was more like glued to my devices than I was to SpongeBob. I mean, I was shooting people in fucking Saints Row 3 when I was like 5.
Basically, when you were too young to be doing that.
Oh yeah, that's how I was. I was raised on fucking GTA 5 strip clubs and fucking just doing drive-bys.
They're gonna say doing drugs.
GTA 5 and drugs.
The only way to grow up.
Dude, I've played so much GTA 5 and I don't know why. Like I have like 800 hours.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah, and I don't know why. Like I just played so much.
I got the game for free. But I haven't really touched it.
I think what I like about it so much is just you can literally do anything you want. You just walk around and do whatever.
Yeah.
You can kill people, blow up cars without any like you don't have to take any responsibility for your actions, the consequences of your actions. You can install mods so you don't get stars. So you can literally just do that without any cops bothering you. Isn't GTA 5 like the piece of entertainment that made the most money out of like any piece of entertainment, show, movie, game, whatever?
I think so, because I think it's the best. It's like the best-selling individual game outside of Minecraft, if I remember correctly.
I think
Because Tetris technically, but like Tetris, it's a bunch of different versions. Oh, actually, yeah, GTA 5 is the second most sold game of all time behind Minecraft.
Oh
And
wow!
GTA 5 is first of all like 3 times the price, and then like Minecraft on mobile is like $8, so it's even more. And then also GTA 5 makes so much money in microtransactions.
Yep, that's
Yeah, true.
that's Rockstar's call to fame right there.
So yeah,
Dude, they get down on their hands and knees to beg you to buy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's more like they get down on their weaponry and point it at you to get you to buy it.
You can tell every single time that Rockstar sees like a digit go up, they like ruin their underwear.
Yeah.
One of the most magical experiences I've ever had in gaming was in 2017. I want to say, no, like 2019. I went into Red Dead 1 and I went into an online server. There was one other person in that online server. He was just standing atop a goddamn mountain in the snow looking off into the thing. And I swear to God, I looked him in the eyes. He turned around, or no, I looked at him. He turned around. He looked me in the eyes, and then he walked off the cliff. And I
That
looked down, and he was gone.
imagine if someone did that to you in real life.
I'd hold my hand out and yelp for them.
Yeah.
I remember one time in GTA. What did this happen in?
It was Red Dead 1's online.
Right. I remember one time in GTA 5, I had like 3 stars or something, and I was driving away from him, and I stopped to like get out of the way of a rabbit that was on the ground, and I was like, whew, just narrowly avoided it, and then the cop car came in and just ran it over.
That has the same energy as the fucking the rabbit's walking, and then it gets shot with the arrow, and there's like the female streamer, and she starts crying. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life.
that's the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
What game was she playing?
I think you're just watching something.
No, I think it was what's it called? Stupid brain. Hang on a second. The Last of Us. I think it was The Last of Us.
Oh, yeah. That sounds about right.
I've heard that the Last of Us show is really good.
Yeah. Apparently it's like super good.
Yeah, I watched like one episode, and then I haven't watched any since because I just never got around to it. But one thing I noticed, and I'm gonna probably get fucking slandered for this, the person they chose to play Ellie has the smoothest fucking face. Her face has zero fucking texture. It's like a low poly model. Like deadass, have you seen her face?
Yeah.
Doesn't like Bella Ramsey play her?
Yeah. Bella Ramsey also plays Hilda, which is also a good show.
Holy shit.
Isn't
her
she also
face
in
is
Game of
so
Thrones?
Smooth.
Yeah, there's no texture to her face.
Is she okay?
Do we need to call someone for her?
Does somebody need to check on her?
And like you're so right too. It really is like poorly rendered. It's like when it's like in Mario 64 when you like zoom out a little too far and he goes all low poly. Don't they call him low polyo or something? I don't know.
Low polio. That's a good one.
And as Markiplier once said, "Oh God, oh fuck, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done." And then he threw his chair. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. I kissed my 3 fingers and hold them to the sky. That's a thing people do, right?
Yeah. There's like,
Is that
was
like a
like-
gang sign or something?
Hunger Games. I did the whistle,
Is it
but my
like-
mom's trying to cut it out.
Is that like a gang sign or something?
I mean, I don't know, honestly.
I don't
My
think it's a
favorite gang,
sign.
Christianity.
The Christ gang.
He's the son of the original G. My faith, my crew is big and it keeps getting bigger. This is a good one. When I was like 5 and I tried to take my dog out for a walk all by myself, and then he ran up the street.
What was 5-year-old you cooking?
Yeah.
Running around my neighborhood butt ass naked, going to my aunt's house. I don't know, dude. My 5-year-old me was on like on that good shit.
It was off the goop, you could say.
Yeah. I knew how to unlock the baby gate at the front door when I was like 3. Nothing could stop me.
You were unstoppable.
I know. I was also a very smart kid. At the age of like 1, I was teaching my mom's friends how to use their iPhones.
The age of 1.
Exactly. Deadass. Like, I don't know what the hell happened to me. Where did all of that intelligence go? I could really have used that in fucking, chemistry.
I find it really weird how we like develop skills.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I can my ability to like use and navigate a computer and the internet is so high. Like I can like do basically everything and anything you would want on and with a computer. But then I like sit there and I struggle to figure out how to do like math equations people have known how to do for like 800 years.
Yeah.
And it's just interesting how humans work like that.
Yeah. I thought high school was going to be easy until my chemistry teacher started talking about what a mole is. And I've never once wanted to die more in my entire life than when he was trying to explain the fucking equation on how to figure out how many moles are in the different elements. I just I couldn't ever figure it out. So the entirety of the semester, I sit there and I like just sit there staring at the paper, trying to wrap my head around, or try to wrap my head around what the fuck I'm looking at.
I don't even remember how to do that.
I didn't learn. I never learned. Dude, I was in math fundamentals in 9th grade. Are you typing like a love letter to your friend's
It's
mom?
a very
What the
passionate
fuck is that
typing over
mechanical
there.
keyboard? This is the most intense Google searching I've ever heard in my life.
I was, I was, I was totally just tuning you guys out for like 5 minutes. I was typing away.
Man, I hope that was whatever you were typing. I hope it was probably very
It
interesting.
was heartfelt. I poured my heart and soul into it.
I just had a very spontaneous memory, and this memory just dead ass just came to me. I have no idea what could have caused. Maybe it was the typing, and I just started thinking. I remember when I was like 8, my parents bought me a typewriter, and then I wrote a Subnautica like fan story.
You were a Subnautica fan story on the typewriter.
On a typewriter, yes.
Okay.
That's so funny.
I don't know, it was just a random moment, a random memory just came back into my head. Like, why can't I remember the last thing I said to my grandpa? Why was that the thing I remembered suddenly? Like, fuck. Damn.
Human memory is goofed up.
Memory's a fucking joke. Like, why?
It
Dude,
really is.
let me
Human
remember everything that
existence
ever
is
happened.
just a bunch of memories.
Oh my fucking god.
Why?
I just opened the nightstand drawer in the hotel. There is the Bible and the Book of Mormon. I can't remember the last time I saw a Bible in a hotel room, let alone the Book of Mormon.
You should check to see if they have money in them.
Yeah. The Book of Mormon has pictures?
Some versions
I'm
of the
ju- I'm
Bible have
ju-
pictures.
I'm just finding this out. All right, well, there's no money. Well,
This is a tragedy.
it really is.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I
Continue.
I was gonna go back onto my thoughts of how goofy human memory is.
Yes, please continue.
Oh yeah.
Like when you really think about it, memory is such a weird thing. I mean, like as you get older, you start forgetting things. And then some people, like, when they're really like, some people like, if they have like bad dementia, they like just forget life, and you could live like your entire life, and then all of a sudden just forget all of it, and then be
Yeah.
like, and and it's so weird that life is just like like a string of things you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a very, very, very. As an AI once said, this AI was okay. So this AI was given a prompt to have a conversation with another AI, and it just dead ass want it's to this like philosophical whole ass speech the other AI gave. This AI's response was just, "Wow, that's a depressing thought." But yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying, man. Life is just
Yeah.
one string, and at any moment it can just be like just the memories just snipped away slowly,
Yeah,
and
and
it's just
there will be a place and time where like the like things we do in our lives, people just like forget about it. It will be so far
yeah,
removed
Yeah.
that
There
people
are
don't
things.
just don't care anymore.
yeah. A wise man once said, "You forget 1,000 things every day, pal. Make sure this is one of them." Michael DeSanta, GTA 5.
I love that quote. I love that quote.
It truly is a great quote.
But yeah, that is uh there are probably like there are probably so many things, so many good memories that you've forgotten about by now.
Mm-hmm.
A ton of great memories that you can't remember anymore.
Yeah, like once in a while I'll like just remember something, some random day from a while ago, and I'll be like, that was a really good day.
Mm.
And it's just comes out of nowhere. And there are a few like days that I really like. I'll like remind myself about them regularly because they're just like, this was a good day. This was something that I want to remember. And so like every once in a while I'll try to remind myself of it so I can like keep it at the front of my mind.
Yeah. You know, there's a very good quote from Forrest Gump, and it really sums up exactly everything that you were saying. He says, it's funny how you can remember some things, but some things you can't. Like, I don't remember what I got for my first Christmas, and I don't remember when I went on my first outdoor picnic. But I do remember when I got my very first pair of shoes. And that's very true. You remember, there's some things that stick in your brain and you never forget them. But there's some things that just go.
Dude, I remember when I was little, I got it, and I every time I would get a new pair of shoes, it would be so hype for like a week.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that do be how it feels.
It's just like I would just like there's certain things I wouldn't do if I was wearing my new shoes. I had to treat I treated those shoes so nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you treat them nicely until the novelty wears off.
Yeah.
That's why I just get boots and then I just go stomping around around the mountain in my boots. Back on that memory thing, I have a very very this memory, it has never left me ever since it happened. I never forgot it. So in second grade, we were running the entire like field like two times. This one kid didn't like me. He shoved me and then I fell into a fire ant hill.
Oh,
I
oof.
just remember looking at my arms and just seeing hundreds of ants just crawling on my arms and stinging, like biting. Oh my god, that was like one of the worst things that ever happened. No, that's like one of my worst nightmares come alive. And
Aren't you supposed to?
sorry,
Aren't you supposed to like put urine on ant
that's
fire ant
stingray.
bites, or is that, or Isn't it jellyfish? Isn't it jellyfish too?
Yeah, no, it's jellyfish. Sorry. Yeah, it's jellyfish, and that is a complete myth. That does nothing.
That's not true.
No, it's the thingy that's in it or whatever. I don't know.
I think
That's-
there are certain jellyfish that, because like some jellyfish stings don't do anything, but then there are other ones which like actually do things, and then pissing on them helps.
It says despite what you may have heard, it's a myth that peeing on a jellyfish sting does anything to ease the pain. Not only are there no studies to support this idea, but urine may actually worsen the sting too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Huh.
I don't actually remember where the hell I learned that. I think I just remember reading that somewhere. Again,
Oh.
back to the memory thing. I retained that piece of information and I don't remember where the fuck I got it from. Damn, the human mind is a fucked up thing. Continue,
Dude,
sir.
sometimes the wall I throw glitter on sometimes the wall I throw glitter on has glue on it, and sometimes it doesn't.
So okay, so backtrack. You have you just throw glitter on your wall?
In my brain, that's my analogy.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna. It took me a moment. I thought you were being serious.
I thought you were
I just
like
thought you just
dead
threw
ass
glitter on a
serious.
wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, like sometimes the memories that go into my head stick for a long time, and I just remember them every time I'm prompted. Sometimes I don't.
One of my earliest memories is it was me and my mom. My mom had just bought a bag of cherries. And we were supposed to, and I wanted some. And she was like, okay, we could eat some, and then we were going to have the rest with dinner. And then me and her just sat there. And I was about 3 years old. I remember exactly where we sat. And we sat and ate the entire bag of cherries.
Makes sense.
Awesome.
And it's one of the few things I remember from when I was like 3 years old.
Yeah. No,
And
that
it's
sounds
the
like
only it's the only like definitive thing I know happened and I remember.
yeah.
I have this memory that I have video evidence of. From when I was probably about 3 or so. I remember crawling up the stairs. That's all I remember about it. That might be my earliest memory. It was recorded on. There was footage of it, so
Yeah.
I know it happened.
The way I remember this memory is every occasionally when I was younger, I would just like bring it up about how me and my mom ate an entire bag of cherries in one sitting. And then as I got older, my memory started becoming more like I started being able to remember things better. I just had kept saying it as I grew up. And then so by the time I was like 6 or 7 years old and I really was starting to remember things really well, it just was in my head and it was something I knew for a fact. And it's weird how like my repeated talking about it and like mentioning it to people with my like limited words when I was younger managed to like carry it over into later in life.
Okay, so I heard this on an episode of Game Grumps, and I don't think it's true. It might be true, but so Dan just said that like once you hit 5 years old is when you really start to remember things. It's like start to really remember.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think 5 is the age that
Yeah.
it's like late 4 to early 6 is kind of the range for when people start to really be able to remember things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that it's below. You can't remember anything below 3, right?
I think that's right. And then like, and then most things when you're like 3 years old, like the stuff I remember from when I was 3, there is 1 or 2 other things that I really remember, and like I visually remember me doing. But
Yeah. I have quite a few good memories from when I was a young lad.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when I was really young, like every day for like a week, I like basically begged my grandfather to drive me to GameStop to check if like the new Skylanders game came out yet. And I remember like every day for a week we went to GameStop, and I remember the day it finally came out, I was so excited. Like that was like my favorite game series growing up.
I pre-ordered every single Skylanders game.
Yep, I got like all the special ones.
I have every single poster. I have a poster for every single Skylanders game except the original, like Spyro's Adventure, in my room right now.
Yeah.
There's a
How
bucket
about,
next to me with about 80 to 100 Skylanders in it.
yeah.
Is Spyro part of Skylanders?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
I have
The original Skylanders game was just a Spyro. It was Skylanders Spyro's Adventure.
Yeah. I have 2 Home Depot cardboard boxes full of Skylanders.
Wow,
And
that's
I have
I
so
had-
many. Sorry.
I used to have two. I used to have two Skylanders, but I didn't. I just thought they were toys. Like I didn't know they were for something. I just thought they were cool toys.
I have like so many like yeah, that honestly, yeah, no. I remember I played with them as toys more than I did as like on the game. Man, I I had so many like special ones. Like I had this like fuzzy like Stump Smash that was like worth like about like $100 maybe on eBay, but the box got like destroyed. I have this like red I can't remember his name, but it was like this red like robot one.
Was it one of the
I have a
giants?
No, it's not one of the giants. It's one of the first it's one of the first games. It's one of the ones from the first games. It's like Drill something.
Oh, I remember.
Anyway, but he's like red, and I think he's like a Target exclusive or something. But he was red, like completely red, and he looked kind of transparent. And then I also had like a glow in the dark one. I had so many cool. I had like all the like the baby ones. I think I'm missing like a couple of the baby giants, but I had like all of the baby ones.
I just looked up the thing you said, Stump Smashed. That's the one I had.
The fuzzy one.
No, the Stump Smash, the guy with the like
Yeah, Stump Smash.
meat tender. Stump
Yeah.
Smash. Yeah, I had that one.
No, I had the
I also had the. I also had the little blue dude with the potion.
Oh, yeah, it says
Pop Fizz.
Pop Fizz, yeah.
I had two versions of a Pop. I was never big into collecting like the different versions of them. I wanted like all the different. I wanted different types of Skylanders, but I didn't want the different like versions.
I had no. Look up Flocked Stump Smash. I had Flocked Stump Smash, like the fuzzy one. He was like really rare.
Whoa, dude! I just looked up Pop Fizz, and that's really bringing back some memories.
Yeah, no, Pop Fizz, dude.
Oh wow, you could still sell it for like $60.
Yeah,
Dude, the
Flocked.
Skylanders game seems so fire.
They were
They
fun.
do.
Like the concept, like you put little dudes on the pad. That seems so cool.
Yeah.
Isn't there one that's like it's like a little molten lava kind of dude, and he has like little knot things for hands, like little
holy
stumps
hell,
kind
what
of
is
things?
his
Eruptor.
Eruptor? Yeah, Eruptor.
There's one of the Eruptors that you like it's throwing up lava.
Yeah, I think
Dude,
that
I had
was
like a stretchy toy of this guy.
giant Skylanders Giants Eruptor. Yeah, they had a stretchy toy of him.
I'm pretty sure I found it at a thrift store.
Oh my god, how you got the Flocked Stump Smash is like it was a Frito-Lay thing. It was like a collaboration with Frito-Lay.
Frito-Lay thing. X-ray vision to find the Skylander
It's
and
like
the
that one
Frito-Lay.
Johnny Test episode.
Johnny Test.
Dude, what is it with processed foods and video games, man? Like I still have the Cheetos Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare characters.
Yeah, I don't know. I have a Burger King Garfield.
What?
Do you guys?
It's like one of those little like toys you get from a Happy Meal,
Oh,
whatever kids meal, like-
yeah.
and it's just it's sitting next to me. It's a Garfield that has like a Burger King apron on.
That is the least Garfield thing I think I could think of.
Do you guys keep your Pez dispensers?
I do. I have so many Pez dispensers.
I do. They're probably all in a landfill somewhere because I I don't remember the last time I had Pez, honestly.
I have one that I got at Christmas, and it still has candy in it.
Oh, same.
I think actually I don't. I have two, but I have two Christmas styled ones, but I don't know where I got one of them because I only got one for this last Christmas.
Wait. Are we the same person? I have
Yeah,
I have an elf one and a reindeer one. And I don't know
dude, same. I have an elf and a reindeer.
And I don't know where the elf one came from.
Same, dude. I remember getting. I remember opening the reindeer one. I don't remember where the elf came from.
The coolest Pez dispenser I ever got for Christmas was a foot tall Darth Vader giant Pez dispenser.
That goes hard.
It dispensed regular sized Pez.
I have this Boo amiibo, and I found it in like one of those little toy bundles at a thrift store, like the little small toys they have in
Yeah.
bundles and bags. I found one, and at the time I didn't know what like amiibos were, and then a few years later I was like, wait, is this an amiibo? And I tried it on my Switch and it worked. So I just had an amiibo for like several years and didn't know what it was.
Dude, I loved amiibo. Like I have a bunch of the Super Smash Bros. Wii U amiibo. No, I have Mario Party. Yeah, I have two Mario Party amiibo and then the Kirby Super Smash Brothers U amiibo.
Boo
And
or yeah, amiibos go hard.
they do. They do. I have like an Ice Climbers amiibo for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate too.
The only amiibo
Does it
I
have both of them?
is a Perry the Platypus. Or no, wait, that's
Disney Infinity?
that's for
Hold
Disney
on.
Infinity. Yeah, I have a Perry the Platypus for Disney Infinity.
Bro, I have Perry the Platypus. I have Phineas. Bro, I got Woody.
I don't own the game, but I have Perry the Platypus.
I owned all of the versions of the game, bro. I still have Perry the Platypus and Phineas. Dude, just thinking about all those times makes me like makes me feel like so nostalgic. Like I miss playing Disney Infinity and Skylanders.
Gotta play them again.
I should. I still remember being able to. The first time I ever was able to jump in Skylanders was a magical experience.
Yeah.
There's this one Flash game I played when I was super little that I've been trying so hard to find. I've been like making Reddit posts and stuff. I've been trying so hard to find it, but I cannot find it anywhere. I remember it was this mouse game where it was like 2D. You had these mice on platforms, and you had to place cheese on one side of the platform, and the mouse would come over to the edge of the platform, and like the center of balance would come off, and the mouse would fall off the map and die, and you had to bait the mouse away with cheese. I distinctly remember
The
playing
goal
it.
is to kill the mice.
Yeah, I don't remember. I think it might have been called like Mousetrap or something. I don't know, but I can't find it. I have not been able to find it for so long.
Wow.
What's the most nostalgic game to you?
Oh, most nostalgic game? Plants vs Zombies.
I don't really have a nostalgic game. I don't know. There aren't really any games that I played when I was younger that didn't play and then picked up like again. I kind of like games that I played when I was younger, I just continued to play. And so they never got
That makes
nostalgic.
sense.
As they yeah.
I feel like I just kind of like droned out for like and didn't play games sometimes. But also I feel like even if I play them like as I even if I had played them as I grew up, like I still think there is like I associated the different play sessions in like with different points.
No, yeah, for sure. Like there's certain like when I think of like certain like there was a period where I played a lot of Bed Wars with somebody, and like I think about that time period, and like I get nostalgic for that like specific period of time, and like playing Bed Wars with that person. But I still play Bed Wars sometimes, and so I'm not nostalgic for Bed Wars, but I'm nostalgic for that like type of Bed Wars game.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think about all the people that I met online that like I never saw again that were like really cool people.
Yeah, there was somebody on this Minecraft server, and we would talk all the time. We made builds together, and then like we found each other again after a reset and did it. And I've just never seen them since. and we legit would play Minecraft together for hours, like, easily like 10 hours a week for like a month, and then we did it
Oh, but
again like
dude,
later, and then we just never talked again.
when you actually met, but yeah, like losing connection with someone is always sucks. But when you like make an effort and you actually end up reconnecting with them, it's so satisfying. It's so exciting.
Yeah, I remember I was playing Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare, and there was this kid, right? And we both liked to play Sunflower, and me and this kid, we were like best friends, right? And then I remember I forgot to add him as a friend after we played for a while. I forgot to add him as a friend, and then I never saw him again.
You became best friends in the one match.
Within like 2 matches, we stayed in the same matches, like within like 3 matches.
Ah, that
And
makes
we were
sense.
just goofing around having a fun time. I forgot to add him as a friend, and I never saw him again.
People say this is a small world we live in, but it's quite large.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's about time to wrap this up.
Oh,
Okay. All right.
well, this is definitely an interesting experience. Thanks for having me on, guys.
Of course.
And
That was interesting. That was fun.
where might I find this podcast? Wink, wink.
I'll send you a link to the channel sometime later.
I thought we were gonna have an epic plug moment.
Yeah,
Well,
epic plug
if they're
moment.
if they're watching the video, they found the channel.
Yeah.
Well, still.
Oh, should we plug ourselves?
I don't
Yeah.
have anything to plug.
Yeah.
Do we need to plug ourselves?
Do you want to plug anything, Ed?
Oh. Go subscribe to me at youtube.com slash Pikachapon. That's Pikachapon. Yeah, I almost never upload, but I'm working on it. Yeah, awesome.
We will be
Man.
everyone. I'm sure everyone will be sure to do that.
Is anyone else feeling lightheaded, or is it just me?
Like it's just you.
No, we put on our gas masks.
Ah, shit. I think I might have forgot to do that one.
This is it for first episode of Talk to Strangers. Make sure to subscribe, and yeah, so we should have another one coming fairly soon after this.
Yep.
We gotta
Definitely
get it
stick around
recorded
for
and
that.
stuff. But I think we have another guest lined up, so make sure to get that going. But yeah. Until then, I was Joseph, joined here by Nick, and then thank you to our guest Ed. And that is it for us, and we will hope to see you later.
Yes. Bye now.
You know, I'm about to get philosophical on this piece.
Oh,
There's
boy.
so
We
many
can't wait to hear it.
things. There's so many things that I could talk about, but I just want to say this one thing. Doesn't matter about how many followers you get on your fucking Instagram. You can post your ass all day on your Instagram. Or you could take away from the screen for 1 minute and look at the beauty that's all around you. Life is a cruel prank and yet a beautiful gift at the same time. We all want to survive, but there's only one guarantee in life, and that's we're gonna die. So you gotta grab the bull by the horns and you gotta live it. You just gotta live life to your fullest. And god damn it, I'm gonna drink my LaCroix to that one.